If you want plenty of stress, try designing cars for the youngest drivers. Impressing the 16 to 25-year-old buyer has cost many auto executives more than a night's sleep. But the suits at Toyota believe they've cracked the automotive code to Generation Y with their new Scion brand subcompacts. But does Scion really have what young drivers want? Designed to capture today's youth, the 2004 Scion XA and its boxy-shaped counterpart Scion XB are the first two models of this radical new Toyota brand. However, these well-built, highly functional, and affordable cars may find some rather unexpected markets. Think Honda Element. So it's hard to say just who will fall for these Gen Y mobiles. The XA, derived from the Japanese IST, is a five-door subcompact similar in concept to the larger Toyota Matrix. Its simple lines, exaggerated wheel arches, wedge-shaped nose, and straight roofline combine for a nicely sporty look. The angular rear portions reveal the XA's wide hatch for easy cargo access. Inside the XA, metal tone trim and texture-treated doors, dash, and seats nicely accentuate the cabin. A center-mounted gauge cluster high on the dash with stylized black-on-white faces also drew attention, if not raves. The five-seater offers supportive front sport buckets and a 60/40 split-fold rear seat for a trim threesome. Fold the seats and the cargo area allows 32.8 cubic feet. Also a derivative of a Japanese model, the BB, the Scion XB poses a more innovative and aggressive stance than the XA. The XB has a short van-like nose, ruler straight sides, and a tall cabin. And unique to its style and function, a lowered suspension that makes it look more like a hovercraft on 15-inch wheels. Expectedly roomier than the XA, the XB's interior adds most of the same sporty shapes and styles to its square practicality. All Scions come well equipped, including air, power windows, locks and mirrors, a first aid kit, and a Pioneer MP3 and satellite-capable CD stereo. The radio head is large and easy to use, as are the rotary climate controls below. The XB's front sport seats are tall and fairly broad, while the 60/40 rear seats again allow room for two comfortably and three in a pinch. Folded, a generous 43.4 cubic feet of cargo area is possible. However, our car's cargo space was limited by the optional sound package and its huge bazooka tube subwoofer. Fortunately, it can be removed in a few minutes. But the oh-so-opposite Scion models are actually twins at heart, or triplets if you will, since they share most of their front-drive mechanicals with the Toyota Echo. And that heart is a 1.5-liter twin-cam, 16-valve, four-cylinder engine. It pumps out a modest 108 horsepower and 105 pound-feet of torque. Transmission choices are a 5-speed manual or our test car's 4-speed automatic. In a straight line, the XA and XB turned in similar numbers. The wedge-shaped XA clocked 0 to 60 in 10.8 seconds and ran the quarter mile in 18.2 seconds at 77 miles per hour. The rectangular XB took 11.5 seconds to jog from 0 to 60, with the quarter mile running 18.5 seconds at 74 miles per hour. Both vehicles are quick off the line, but power is lost in later gears. And though the engines are the same, the XA was much quieter under full throttle. The XA and XB are supported by much the same independent suspension setup, with McPherson struts in the front and a torsion beam axle in the rear. But despite sharing the design, we found a fair bit of difference in handling. The XA had slower turn-in, but really stayed planted through each turn. Conversely, the XB had a more precise turn-in that made for a sportier drive. But the XB has a taller roll center, so we appreciated the safeguard of its standard electronic stability control. An available front strut tower brace adds body stiffness and even more handling response. Front ventilated disc brakes with rear drums stop the XA and XB in an equal 136 feet from 60 to 0. ABS is standard, as is solid performance. So not only are the two Scions well equipped, numerous dealer options are available. Dedicated showrooms within Toyota dealerships will feature plasma screen internet kiosks and other displays to let buyers express their personalities. And though our Scion automatics aren't exactly performance icons, they are economical. EPA estimates peg the XA at 31 city and 37 highway, and the XB rakes in 30 city and 34 highway. Prices for the Scions are equally thrifty. The XA starts at $13,765. Our tester tacked on $2,568 for the subwoofer, sport package, and a few other extras. Total $16,333. The XB will fetch a base of $14,965. And our tester with preferred and sport packages, light package, and subwoofer topped out at $17,288. Scion debuted in California in June with encouraging sales both in volume and in buyer age. Now Scion will reach the South, Southeast, and East Coast by February of next year, so keep your eyes peeled. By then, we may have a better idea if the Scion brand will really start a youthquake at Toyota or just add to their impressive variety of quality vehicles. And given their Korean fighter prices, Scion is likely to be a success no matter how or what they look like. Well, I hope you'll join us next week for more Motorweek, when we'll test Nissan's new Titan full-size pickup and Volkswagen's Touareg sport utility vehicle. I'm John Davis. We'll see you then.
To learn more about Motorweek, television's original automotive magazine, visit PBS online at pbs.org. To order a video cassette of this program, call 1-800-873-6154. Motorweek has been brought to you by
Pep Boys, we're car people. We love cars.
We live cars.
We breathe cars. That's why we're such big Motorweek fans.
Of course. After all, they love cars too.
Proud to support Motorweek on PBS. Pep Boys, we're car people.
and by
What are you looking for? eBay Motors.
This program was produced by Maryland Public Television, which is solely responsible for its content.